Welcome to Atlantic Television Network Society Watch. This is a program where we ventilate societal issues, give them aggregate attention with a view to provide solutions that will benefit humanity. On today's Society Watch, we'll be looking at numbers of issues, starting with end bad governance in Nigeria. Fearless in October, nationwide protest for all age, that's from Sowere. From Borno State, Serap urged Tinubu to investigate ecological funds. From Katsina State, soldiers flock cliques for allegedly selling ammunition. And on indecency, father denies claim of forcing daughter on men. These are the issues we'll be discussing today. And joining me in this conversation is a lecturer, English Department, University of Port Harcourt. I'm talking about Mr. Ene Ibifa. Happy New Year, sir.
I wish you the same. Thanks for having me.
It's been a pretty long time.
Oh, yeah, it's been quite a while.
Yeah.
One decides sometimes to just go under the underground for a while.
I like the underground. It actually makes you glue, you know. I mean, there's something about the underground.
It's possible it's cooler under there.
Okay, maybe all Nigerians should go there because now, you know, the brain is heating up.
Yeah. Yeah, I recommend it strongly.
Welcome. All right, the first story for today, end bad governance in Nigeria. Omoyele Sowere, human rights activist and convener of the Revolution Now movement, has reaffirmed plans for the second phase of nationwide protests in October against hunger, poverty, and bad governance under President Bola Tinubu's administration, tagged Fearless in October. The protests aim to unite Nigerians of all age, not just Generation Z, to demand better governance and African unity, symbolized by the flag of a new Pan-Africanism. Sowere emphasized that October is significant due to Nigeria's Independence Day and the anniversary of the End SARS movement. Despite arrest and government hostility during the first phase in August, he urged Nigerians, especially the youth, to continue resisting oppression. All right, you were aware that August 1st to 10, the Nigerians protested to pour out their grievances based on the issue of subsidy removal that is hitting so hard on Nigerians. And Sowere has still come up again to resound to the people and also the elite leaders that the end bad governance that the tag Fearless in October 1st is still going to stand. But I'm always asking a particular question. Despite the issues that came up after the protest, some were arrested because they vandalized government infrastructure and so on. It seems that all after Nigerians actually poured the grievances, nothing really was done. What is the tendency that this time that they will get what they want?
Well, you may be right in saying that not much has been done since the protests took place about a month ago.
Okay.
But you'll be wrong in concluding that that becomes a basis for us to cease protesting entirely. Imagine what the situation would be if with the protests we still have a government that has shown this degree of insensitivity to the plight of Nigerians. Then you can imagine what the situation would have been if Nigerians had decided to simply sit on their hands and act as though all were well. So I think from time to time it's good that Nigerians, you know, give vent to their displeasure with the performance of those in public office, so as to let them understand that Nigerians are dissatisfied with some of their policies and then, you know, rethink some of those fundamental human rights. And therefore, if you take that right, I mean, those who are experts in law call them inalienable rights. In other words, you cannot take away those rights from people and then expect them to be the same anymore. I mean, those rights are innate to the human person, and so once you take it away from the person ceases to be human. So freedom of expression is a fundamental right, an inalienable right, and freedom of expression takes different forms, including protests like this. So to the extent that those protests are not violent, to the extent that those protests do not in any way encumber others, you know, going about their own lawful business, I think those protests should be allowed to go on, and we need plenty of them. And I also, you know, agree with Showore when he said that this thing should be left for the generation Z alone. You know, there's this tendency to assume that once you reach a certain age, you've passed the age of protest, so it should be for only the young groups. It cuts across different age groups. The old are feeling the pain, the young are feeling the pain. Even the unborn, in fact, seems to be feeling the pain this time. So one expects all Nigerians who feel dissatisfied, who feel aggrieved, and I mean, who have the opportunity to protest, to take advantage of that opportunity, but with the caveat that they should carry out the protest within the bounds of civility, within the bounds of non-violence, and then ensure that in expressing their own opinion, they also do not muzzle others or prevent them from expressing their own opinions.
Okay, before now, it could be recalled that a lot of persons were actually against that August protest to 10. Even the president was saying that this is political motivated, that some persons want to use this to destroy the governance. And we saw that some states actually enjoined their citizens, their Nigerians did not actually come out. Majority of Nigerians did not participate in that protest, even though some of them had to lock up their shops and whatever thing they're doing is something that is politically motivated.
No, I mean, that's something this political motivation doesn't make it wrong. I mean, the president is in power today thanks to politics. I'm actually surprised when people say, well, something is politically motivated, and then with that they mean to taint or, you know, absolutely nothing wrong with that. The question is, if you look at the demands of those people who are protesting, you ask yourself, are those demands them wrong? If the government is apprehensive, then the government should do the right thing. That's the only way to forestall the protest. Nobody will go out to protest if things were working. And frankly, Nigerians are not even asking for the moon. Nigerians are asking for basic things. At this point, there are some Nigerians who may even tell you that they don't care about the price of petrol anymore. They just want availability. The government cannot even guarantee availability before we begin to talk about pricing. And you know how central the price of petrol is to every aspect of our economic life in this country. Once you add a kobo to the price of petrol, it has a spiraling effect on transportation, and then before you know it, it affects. Then the government needs to dance on that, and each of these persons will have his own. So there's a chain of assistance and special assistance, and all of those people feed off the treasury. So these are the things that make Nigerians uncomfortable and get Nigerians to protest. So if the government is not comfortable with the protest, then the government should do the right thing.
You said something when you started talking the first time that I would be wrong if I said that the government has the people, and it's not totally according to you. I would like to know, because they mentioned so many things that they want the government to do, and removal of fuel subsidy was one of the things that they hinted on. They should take it back. They want to go back to subsidy, and
that shouldn't become a basis for us to say, okay, let's stop protesting.
Okay.
My argument is, look, as insensitive as our government is, imagine for once that the government is carrying on this way, even with the protest. You can then get a feel of what things will be like if the people don't protest at all. Because the government will be under the illusion that, you know, things are normal and that Nigerians are not complaining, which will mean that, oh, their politician paid him back his money.
That he used